What you're about to see is not real news. It is satire based on real news. The characters you're about to see are not real-life humans. They are frighteningly realistic puppets based on real-life humans. The views expressed in the show are not necessarily those of Starsat, its sponsors, its advertisers, or the nice lady that makes the coffee.
Nailed it. Yes, I'm on a roll tonight. What you working on, huh? Maybe I can help you.
I'm working on this new flavored diet beer.
Right.
Obviously, it's for women.
Obviously.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get into the mind of a young, successful, working woman. And what do women want? Am I right or am I right?
You mean aside from me?
Yeah, and your car.
yeah, exactly. Women are pretty easy. Okay, so here's what you do. We need to start her with soft lighting and pinks. Chicks dig pink. It's something about the way the light reflects off the irises. Calms the hormones. I read that on the internet.
Sure, it's science.
Yeah. They know how to use a washing machine. Put one in there.
Yeah, and it makes them really happy to get stains out. They obsess over that.
And tampons. Using a tampon makes them really good at sport. I don't know why they don't just wear them all month.
Yeah, it makes them wear a lot of white.
Yo, what? They love weddings, They all want to get married. Like maybe they could toast their wedding with light flavored beer.
Yes, I love it.
They like to snip and pour when they're cooking, They like rice that swells a lot. They like shaving their legs together on a pier in bikinis. Synchronized.
Synchronized, yes. They love musicals, singing, and dancing.
Yes. And they also love Oprah and Beyonce.
Whoa, easy, Tiger. How big do you think this budget is? Hey?
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, so just Nolene then, She's looking for work again. We'll get her cheap.
Magic.
Maybe you can include something about this 52 Shades of Grey thing. It's very current. It's like the only book women read.
Yeah, great idea. Putting in a literature reference will make them see we are appreciating them for their minds. Okay, so we've got pink, washing machines, tampons, everyone wearing right to the wedding, synchronized shaving, S&M, and Nolene cooking rice.
Dude, it's like perfect. It spells one thing. Lurie.
Nailed it!
You know, I wish I was a girl so I could experience watching that for the first time.
Welcome.
Kamogelo.
Siyalumkela.
Sonzela.
Wamkelekile.
To another state of the puppet nation.
With both of us actually here.
It's a modern day miracle.
This week, Mmusi Maimane sees the light.
Eskom are leaving us in the dark.
Fikile Mbalula declares war on losers.
Losers!
And Putin discovers the mysteries of the internet.
All this and more. But first, this.
Zayn left One Direction, leaving millions of fans heartbroken.
At one point, girls were self-harming and threatening suicide. But a week on, things have calmed down. Sweetie, your dinner's getting cold. You don't understand my pain. He's gone.
Yes, totally calmed down.
The BBC confirmed Jeremy Clarkson will leave Top Gear, leaving millions of fans heartbroken.
At one point, fans were issuing death threats to the producer and threatening to smash their TVs, but a week on, things have calmed down.
Sweetie, your dinner's getting cold.
You don't understand my pain.
And in Limpopo, Deputy Speaker Lihlonolo Masocha amassed a 125,000 rand bill watching porn overseas.
Masocha is an arch rival of Julius Malema, who had this to say.
Mr. Malema?
125,000! Seriously, he needs to get laid.
Rumors abound that Eskom has been running disaster scenarios to ensure that essential services stay running in case of total blackout.
The government maintains that it is standard to prepare for the worst case.
But DA's Mmusi Maimane insists that this is proof that the government are concealing from us impending doom.
That's right, Justice. Eskom are leaving us in the dark, and we will remain silent no longer.
The DA has been silent? Really?
We will never be silent because we are speaking out on behalf of South Africa. We have solutions, but the government will not listen. Our suggestions fall on deaf ears.
You have solutions to the Eskom crisis? Please enlighten us.
We can put power stations on boats just offshore and power Cape Town. Or we can invest in huge windmills to sit on top of Table Mountain and power Cape Town.
Ah, the DA has solutions for Cape Town.
Well, there's no way to park the boats in Johannesburg.
And the rest of the country?
Pardon?
Exactly.
Wait. Maybe we can put power stations on hot air balloons and just hover them above the countryside?
Sooner or later, all political solutions come down to so much hot air. The Rhodes Must Fall campaign gains momentum as the EFF has joined the call to pull down the statues of Rhodes as well as other apartheid symbols.
The EFF president, Julius Malema, joins us tonight and as... That's not Julius.
Dr. Death, you're here. Why?
Hello, Deborah. Justice, I'm here to offer my services to the public.
No thanks. Where's Julius?
I keep hearing complaints about this Rhodes fellow, and if he must fall, I know humane ways to do just that. Doctor's my name. Death is my
But
game.
Dr. Death, I don't
Just
think
point me to him and he'll be gone in a flash. Humanely, of course.
Rhodes is already dead. We're talking about his statue.
Already dead? Then why did you call me?
We didn't.
Wait, you're not talking about Jonty Rhodes?
No, we're talking about Cecil John Rhodes. Seriously, where's Julius?
That Rhodes is my hero, a true role model for me, a great man and a master of death. Someday they'll build statues of me right next to him.
Well, that's all we have time for tonight.
Rhodes, what a guy!
How does he keep getting into the building?
Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Pravin Gordhan, is taking a tough stance on unqualified civil servants.
He said earlier this week that those hired outside of proper procedure and those without qualifications will be fired.
Yes, we cannot have a civil service filled with people who lie. They must be fired.
Minister Gordhan, President Zuma, welcome.
Thank you, Deborah. I'm just here to show that Pravin has my full support.
We need qualified civil servants.
Yes.
Who deliver on what they promise.
Yes.
No hiring of your friends.
Hey?
No matric certificate, no job.
Pravin,
They will be fired.
let me just have a quick word with my good friend here.
Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. Yes. Okay. Of course, we must first do a full and thorough investigation.
Yes.
And those take time. But we will fire all those who are not fit to govern.
Yes, in due time.
In due time. in a while.
Allegations that Helen Zille is a bully and should step down from DA leadership are once again doing the rounds.
But Zille shows no signs of paying any attention to the people criticizing her.
Nothing new there. Why would I back down to my critics? I mean, me, a bully? Did you ever hear such nonsense?
Premier Zille, you're facing the wrong way. Premier Zille?
I'm sorry, Justice. I'm obeying DA party guidelines. I've been sent to the naughty corner. Why? What did you do? I made Wilmot give me his chair in a meeting because it was more comfy. Sorry, what? I made Wilmot give me a chair in a meeting because it was more comfy. Apparently that's abuse of powers.
What was that you were saying about not in any way being a bully? Welcome to the Logic Factor with me, Justice Malala, where I ask you to think straight, like not buying Fanta when your friends tell you to if what you really want is Coke. There have been a lot of celebrity deaths in recent weeks. Flaba, Terry Pratchett, Minister Collins Chabane, Chinua Achebe for their second time. And in this time of social media, it seems impossible to avoid these deaths or taking some kind of stance on them. You don't want to be like the conservative UK politician who thought Charlie Hebdo was a dude, or those tweeters who thought that Robin Williams actually sang with Take That. So, how do we deal with them? I want to know from you. Should we A, tweet hashtag RIP even if we have never heard of the person just because everyone else is doing it? B, quickly Google an apt quote by or about the famous person so that we can prove to everyone else that we care even more than they do? Or we C, set a Google alert for the deceased so that you don't miss any of the gory details. Or D, whatever seems personally appropriate. So there you have it, A, B, C, or D. So come on guys, vote on our website or our Facebook. Share your logic with us and I'll be back next week to tell you just how logical or illogical your answers really were.
I would like to speak to Madiba, please.
Oh, yes. He's here. You may speak, my dear.
Madiba? Madiba, can you hear me? It's been more than a year since you left us. With this country in a mess, couldn't you have banned all the other parties once you were in power? These people are giving me headaches. Oh, pay back the money. Oh. This constitution is a nightmare, and they're upset about my home. I mean, where am I supposed to stay? In a caravan? Oh, why did you have to be so bloody stylish and likable? How am I supposed to compete with your level of popularity? You couldn't have been even a bit of an asshole? What were you thinking?
Did you see Trevor Noah is taking over from Jon Stewart on The Daily Show?
Yeah, it's a great thing for South African comedy.
And black male presenters. We are so hot right now.
Even if you do say so yourself.
Oh, don't be jealous, Deborah. Trevor and I are the bomb.
A team that isn't us played another team that isn't us. And one of them won.
Actually, Australia thrashed New Zealand and are the new Cricket World Cup champions.
Which is nice for them, I guess.
It was a great match. They beat New Zealand like they stole something.
Who cares? We weren't even playing.
Minister, after a wonderful Cricket World Cup final, what are your plans for Cricket South Africa?
Hello, Deborah. Justice. Did you want a selfie?
No, Justice was wondering about the cricket.
Who?
The Cricket World Cup final.
Never heard of him.
See? No one cares. While he's still here, Sports Minister Fikile Mbalula has announced that all sports federations must belong to SA Sports Confederation and Olympic Committee to enjoy national team status.
Memorandums of agreement will be signed with sports federations detailing transformation targets.
All these losers must go.
Oh, brother, here we go.
We will be transforming all these losers into winners. And if they do not change, they must go. Intransigent losers will not be tolerated.
And you want to apply this to all sports federations?
I'll start with the cricket losers, then the soccer losers, then those rugby boys must watch out. Losers must go.
At this rate, we'll have no sports federations left.
Then we'll also have no losers left, Deborah. Only the winners will remain.
No rugby, no cricket, no soccer.
Don't forget those runners who walk, those cyclists with their slow bikes, and the short netball girls. All must go.
What sports do you propose South Africans play?
What do we win?
Snooker?
Yes, snooker.
Oh, good, I can play that. Police Commissioner Riah Phiyega believes the time might be right for another firearms amnesty.
Amnesties were offered in 2005 and 2010 with more than 40,000 weapons being handed over.
Commissioner Phiyega Is this going to be an every 5 years kind of deal?
Absolutely not, Justice. The timing is purely coincidental. I just cannot stand by another day with these dangerous weapons on the loose.
You make them sound like wild animals.
You are always misinterpreting what I say. They are loose. They are not packed away safely where they should be.
If these amnesties were offered twice before and we are still dealing with a major amount of illegal firearm-related crime, how effective are they really?
They are absolutely effective in communicating clearly to the public that we are serious about gun crime.
Deadly serious.
Guns are very dangerous, and in the wrong hands, real tragedies can occur.
That reminds me, Commissioner, the marijuana report was handed over this week, wasn't it?
As I said, amnesties are good. Great even. I am all for amnesties. Okay, that's all I have time for now. Bye.
COSATU Secretary General Zwelinzima Vavi boycotted this week's Central Executive Committee meeting.
In a press conference, he declared that he would not be resigning in what some call a dare to be fired.
And so, COSATU fired him.
I would like to categorically state that I have done nothing wrong.
Except the time that you are suspended for sleeping
I
with...
maintain that I have done nothing wrong. They can fire me, but I won't quit. The people don't quit, and I will never quit.
Yeah, because you've been fired.
The people need me to stand for them, and I will. We will see what COSATU have to say.
Well, they say you're fired.
I am a man of the people. How do you fire the people?
So you refuse to be fired?
Yes.
And you're not going to change your mind?
Never. That is like saying a leopard will change its stripes.
Welcome to Hard Shout. Rigid roar, aggressive argument, vicious vitriol. My chance to tell someone exactly what I think of them in unrelenting detail. Joining me today is apartheid bad guy Wouter Basson, better and indeed more accurately known as Dr. Death.
Hello, Deborah.
I think you can call me Mrs. Patter.
Whatever makes you happy, Ms. Patter.
No, that's no better. I think it's best if you don't address me at all. Dr. Death, you're an evil man.
Well, Deborah, I do.
No, that wasn't a question, that was a statement.
So, what is the question?
Have you no shame?
Shame! It's a shame that my science was never truly respected.
Killing people isn't science.
But how you kill people is. I continued the noble work of many before me.
Like who? Dr. Mengele? You should be rotting in a jail cell. You should be forced to apologize every single morning to the family members of everyone whose death you had a hand in.
But I have work to do still. I don't have time for that.
So there you have it. Dr. Death is still hard at work and has no time for apologies.
You're so beautiful when you're angry, Deborah.
Life insurance adverts can happen to anyone at any time. A 42-year-old man driving a 2004 Toyota has a 68% chance of succumbing to a life insurance advert that preys on his insecurities about providing for his family. A 28-year-old woman who drives a 2008 Ford Fiesta has an 82% chance of falling for a car insurance commercial that targets her as a woman by putting all the text in pink and joking about how badly men drive.
But what can we do to protect ourselves from insurance adverts?
Now you can sleep easy at night with new Insure, because you never know when insurance ads can happen. But when they do, you'll be insured for sure.
Tell me something. You know the Easter Bunny?
Not personally.
Does he live with Father Christmas?
I always imagined him shacking up with the Tooth Fairy myself.
Ah, you're right. I suppose he does good business for her.
Good business?
Yeah, you know the whole speeding up of the decay with the chocolate and everything.
Are you telling me that the Easter Bunny is like a
pimp for the Tooth Fairy, yes.
Another childhood moment shattered.
And now for some old news with me, Rian Kruiwagen. It's been 21 years since Nelson Mandela, de Klerk, Zwelithini and Buthelezi sat down for a peace talk weeks before the country's first democratic election. Let me take you back. It's the 4th of April 1994, and Mandela announces there will be a meeting of the Big Four to try and ensure Natal will be part of these elections.
Madiba and I are working together closely to try and ensure peaceful elections.
But neither King Goodwill nor Mr. Buthelezi seem interested in your plans.
But that's okay, because look how good I look taking part in all of this.
Are you saying the actual outcome of these negotiations isn't important to you?
Rian, we both know this is the end of the road for me, no matter what. I'm just milking all the media opportunities I can get. I mean, in 21 years' time, everyone will probably have forgotten about me completely.
In case you were confused and wondered who that strange man was, that was Apartheid President F.W. de Klerk.
And now for the news making headlines around the world.
Singapore's founding father, Lee Kuan Yew, was laid to rest this week.
Lee Kuan Yew was the first Prime Minister of Singapore and governed for 3 decades.
Mourners watching his funeral in Hong Kong's Central Plaza were disrupted by a Kim Jong-un impersonator.
Yes, and impersonator.
The impersonator called Lee a great dictator and criticized their one-party state.
I know what I said.
Wait. Are we talking to Mr. Jong-un or the impersonator?
You can call me Howard.
Howard?
Yeah, Howard. Kim uses me for lots of his public performances. I mean, appearances. Especially when they clash with NBA games.
So he orchestrated the disruption of Lee Kuan Yew's funeral?
No. That was me. I got bored. Kim, if you're watching, I didn't mean it. You're still the greatest dictator I've ever met. All right? Honest to God. I swear it. Pinky swear.
With the UK elections fast approaching, Prime Minister David Cameron seems to be losing it.
He has laid into the Labour leader and also refused to shake hands with an audience after an election debate.
Isn't that what politicians do, shake hands?
It's a load of hogwash. Mr. Cameron had to leave the studio due to Ed Miliband.
Apparently, Mr. Miliband was very friendly and Mr. Cameron was a pompous ass.
Can't imagine that.
I didn't entirely fictitious and vicious attack on Mr. Cameron's character.
In general, the run-up to the election seems tense.
Well, Mr. Cameron has been practicing meditation exercises and morning affirmations, so he's doing splendidly. Totally calm. Can I very well speak for myself, cringing little worm? Mr. Cameron has an urgent meeting now and will have to leave immediately. Off we go.
Sometimes it's just nice to know that other countries have messed up politicians too,
Totally.
He may be the leader of one of the most powerful nations in the world, but it seems Vladimir Putin is only now coming to grips with the internet.
A number of tech developers met with the leader to explain to him how it works.
Did you know, Deborah, that I can find the cheapest way to make missiles on the web?
Well, I've never personally searched for missile deals, but I guess...
I found a group one. Buy 100, get 98 free.
In all seriousness, is Russia behind in the internet game?
Also, there are places you can buy Russian brides.
Oh boy.
And the most important thing I have found on the internet...
Cat videos?
Don't be silly, Justice. I am a world leader. Cat videos? Honestly. No!
Sorry, I didn't mean to...
It is this video of a baby panda sneezing.
See, Justice? Not cats.
Have you seen it? The baby panda sneezes!
Yeah, I
I'll email it to you. I have email!
Well, I guess this is one way to delay the next World War.
This is incredible. Look, it is a panda and it is sneezing like human person.
My first memory of school was getting into trouble for telling one of the other children that they had spelled the wrong.
I remember the first school photo,
I got sent to the principal's office my first day at school. Me and my friends were trying to claim the senior playground, nationalize it.
School was easy. I never had any trouble. Except for that other boy.
My mom made me go to the hairdresser the day before.
I mean, come on. T-E-H instead of T-H-E?
We spent the night before ironing my shirt. And then on the day of the photo, I was sick.
He was voted class captain, and I had to be deputy.
I was helping, and I got into trouble.
I missed those photos. Shit.
Show off. Always quoting literature.
I mean, there for f***'s sakes.
I just wanted to use the monkey bars. I didn't want trouble.
Roald Dahl, Winnie the Pooh, know it all.
So what if it was the first day of Sub-A? So what if I yelled at her?
I just thought everyone should be able to use the monkey bars equally.
You come to school to learn, don't you? Don't you?
I hated him, that arrogant fool. But one day a mysterious rumor spread about him. And I was promoted to class captain. School was great after that.
So, there you have it, folks. The very best news that we could find.
This was the 74th state of the Puppet Nation.
Enjoy your long weekend, folks. Bye.
What?
Putin was right. That panda bear is hilarious.
He's not even got a flu. He's sneezing because these Chinese pandas have allergy to this pollen, and it's sneezing because of the pollen. Can you believe it? This is the funniest thing. That was funny.